Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're tackling something I know we all struggle with: complete information overload. We're diving into Google Notebook LM, which is essentially the ultimate personal AI tutor. We're going to unpack exactly how you can transform mountains of dense data, massive reading assignments, and just endless documents into totally manageable, actionable insights. If you've ever felt like you're literally drowning in reading material and just wished you had an expert sitting right next to you to explain it all, well, this explainer is going to be an absolute game changer for you. Just think about this for a second. What if you could actually talk to your notes? Imagine taking all those dense PDFs cluttering up your desktop, the heavy textbooks you've got to study, maybe even those long YouTube videos you bookmarked, but let's be real, haven't had time to watch. Imagine uploading all of that into an AI, but not just any AI, an AI that acts entirely as your own personal tutor. You can converse with it, ask it highly specific questions, and get immediate, crystal clear answers based exactly on the materials you provided. It sounds kind of like science fiction, right? But it's actually available to you right now.
So what exactly are we looking at here? Well, Notebook LM is an AI-powered research and note-taking tool created by Google. But the absolutely crucial point is really the second half of that definition. It learns exclusively from the sources you provide. This isn't just another generic chatbot you might already be playing around with. Because it's engineered by Google, it's got some incredibly serious processing power behind it. But the magic is that its application is entirely fenced in. It's completely personal to you and your specific research needs.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the fundamental difference between Notebook LM and what you're probably used to. You see, regular chatbots pull from the vast, chaotic, and frankly, sometimes unreliable entirety of the open internet. They can hallucinate or give you totally irrelevant data pulled from some obscure forum. But Notebook LM, it operates strictly on your uploaded sources. It's essentially a fenced-in playground. You're getting answers sourced directly, securely, and only from the documents you intentionally chose to feed it. It's just a completely different, much more focused way to interact with an AI.
Section 1. Feeding your AI. Because an AI tutor is really only as good as the information it has, right? Well, Notebook LM accepts an incredible variety of formats to get you started. You can upload PDFs, pull Google Docs directly from your drive, ingest entire websites just by dropping in the URL, and even feed it YouTube videos, simple text files, and incredibly dense research papers. It is fantastically flexible. Whatever format your information currently lives in, Notebook LM can probably handle it. You aren't stuck just copying and pasting raw text into a tiny prompt box. You feed it the actual native files you're already working with every single day.
And honestly, the barrier to entry here is remarkably low. Getting started is just 3 simple steps. Step 1, you just create a notebook. Step 2, upload your sources using any of those formats we just talked about. And step 3, you ask questions. That is really it. There's no complex coding required, no massive onboarding process. You literally just create the workspace, drop your files in, and immediately start interacting with your new personal tutor. It's built for absolute efficiency.
So you might be wondering, what kind of commands can you actually give it? Well, you can tell it to simply summarize this book, or you can get super granular. Explain chapter 3. You can ask it to find key ideas, create study notes, or even generate FAQs. Once your sources are uploaded, the AI understands the context completely. You don't have to write out some massive multi-paragraph background prompt every single time you want an answer. You just ask direct, specific questions about your material, and the AI does all the heavy lifting for you, instantly.
Section 2. The killer feature. Audio overviews.
Okay, let's dive into this because everything we've discussed so far is incredibly useful for organization and research. But this next capability, it is the absolute standout feature of Notebook LM. This is where it transforms from being a great note-taking tool into something that honestly feels just a little bit like magic. Get this, you can turn a 300-page book or a super dry research paper into an AI-generated podcast. The tool features 2 AI hosts that will naturally discuss your uploaded material. They banter, they summarize the main points, they make contextual connections, literally just like a real, professionally produced podcast. This means you can take the driest, most text-heavy document, generate an audio overview, and just listen and learn while you're walking the dog, commuting, or hitting the gym. It fundamentally changes how we consume and comprehend complex information.
Section 3. Who should use Notebook LM?
Let's pivot to the practical side of things and see how different people actually use this in their day-to-day lives. If you're a student, you can use this to summarize massive textbooks in seconds, which means you can study significantly faster and retain the core concepts without getting totally bogged down.
If you're a researcher, you can organize dozens of complex papers and instantly find cross-document insights without losing your mind tracking down citations. For YouTubers or content creators, you can upload books and articles to help outline and rapidly create your scripts. And if you're a business owner, just imagine dropping in lengthy financial reports or endless meeting notes and instantly analyzing the key takeaways to make rapid decisions. So the question really is, where does this fit into your workflow right now?
Section 4. The verdict. Pros and cons. As with any technology we cover in our explainers, we want to give you a totally impartial, balanced look at the tool's strengths and, of course, its limitations. The pros are incredibly strong here. It securely uses your own sources, ensuring high accuracy. It generates genuinely excellent summaries. It features that mind-blowing AI audio overview we talked about. And it's just remarkably easy to use. However, you do need to keep the cons in mind. It requires you to actually have and upload documents. It's not going to do the initial web search to find the material for you. There are also some limits on the advanced features depending on your usage. And again, it is strictly not designed for general internet browsing like your typical chatbot. It's a highly specialized tool tailored specifically for focused research and learning.
Ultimately, the whole promise of notebooklm boils down to this: work smarter, learn faster, build better with AI. It's really not about replacing your own thinking or just having a machine do all the work for you. It's about giving yourself a highly capable assistant, one that helps you process massive amounts of information much smarter and much faster than you ever could entirely on your own.
So, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative question. What are you going to upload first? Seriously, think about your current projects, your ongoing studies, or maybe your biggest business hurdles right now. What dense document or long video is sitting on your desk or in your browser right this second that you'd love to just have a conversation with? Get out there, try setting up your own personal AI tutor, and see exactly how it transforms your workflow. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.